video, I'll be showing you how to draft a jumpsuit without a waistline. So first of all, you mark out your starting line. I'm using 1 inch to mark out my starting line. This will also serve as my shoulder line. Then I'm connecting it together. You connect the lines together to form a straight line. After that, I'll divide my hip by 10. This will serve as my crotch extension. This will serve as my crotch extension because I am cutting the front and the back together. So I'm using the formula hip divided by 10 to get my cross extension. After that, I will connect the whole lines together like so to form another straight line. Please use your own measurement. Hip divided by 4 to get this line that I'm drawing out now. Now after that, I will start putting all my vertical measurement. I will mark out my waistline from my shoulder to my waistline. I will mark it another place to form another straight line. Now after that, I'll connect the lines together. As you are seeing me now, you connect the lines together. Then I will mark out my crotch length. How do I go about it? I'll divide my hip by 3. Remember, this is a jumpsuit. So you measure your hip you divide your hip by 3. Divide your hip by 3, then you connect the lines together. There are many other ways to go about this, but I'm using the method your hip divided by 3 to get your crotch length. Now, after you have marked it, the next thing to do is to come over to your shoulder line. You divide your shoulder by 2, you mark it. Then you come down a little bit, then you mark your shoulder line again. Why are we doing this? Is for us to have a straight line. Then you connect the both lines together. This will serve as your armhole length. Now you come down by 1 inch from your shoulder line. You come down by 1 inch. This will serve as your shoulder slant. Then now we are going to mark our shoulder depth. Our shoulder depth, how do you go about it? You divide your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Now you connect the two lines together. Now, after you have done that, what next to do is to input your bust measurement. Your bust round divided by 4. After you put your waistline, you put your waist measurement divided by 4. Then from your crotch length, you come up by 2.5 inches to get your hip line. You come up by 2.5 inches to get your hip line. Now, from your crotch length, that is where you will mark your crotch extension. Your crotch extension. Remember, we mark our hip by 10. Now, from that hip divided by 10, you have to minus ½ inch to have a flat surface in your crotch. So that is what I mark out now. Then you connect the lines together like so. Now you put your hip divided by 4 measurement in your hip line. Watch me closer. Watch very, very closer. You understand what I'm doing. You mark your hip divided by 4. Now you have marked it. So you come up to this place, you slant your shoulder by that 1 inch. You slant it, then you come down again to mark your lines. You add allowance to it. As you can see me, I'm not taking it down straight. I'm shaping it to be as if it's an A line. because I don't want it to be a straight palazzo. I want it to be like a A-line shape. So after that, I will add my 1 inch allowance. This will serve as my zipper allowance. You know that I'm cutting the front and the back together. So I will connect the lines together like so. Now after you have marked out your zip allowance, you add your seam allowance, your sewing allowances. I use 1.5. You can use 1 inch, but I'm using 1.5. I'm marking out 1.5 as my side seam allowance or my sewing allowance. Just watch me closer and make sure you are using your own body measurement. Now, you have connected all the lines together. Can you see our jumpsuit is coming out perfectly beautiful? So now, your armhole curve, I will first of all draw the curve of the back. I will draw it. After now, I will now draw the front one. How do I get the front one? I will divide my armhole length into 2 and I mark it, and I'll now come in by 1/2 inch. This one will serve as my front armhole curve. I'll now connect everything together. I'll connect them together back to the bust line. Watch closely how I'm keeping my French curve. I will mark it, then I will now blend it back to the armhole tip. So now I will now measure my neckline. Please, in this place, you can use any neckline of your choice. Any neckline of your choice. I am marking 5 over 4.5. 4.5. That is to say my neck width is 5, then the neck depth is 4.5, and I don't want to have a different back neckline, so my front and my back half length line is the same thing. Now I will add 1 inch. This 1 inch will serve as my zip sway back. Sway back, I want to eliminate any bulge. That's why I add that 1 inch. So you will see when I will remove it from the back length. Now I'm adding back my 1/2 inch for sewing allowance at the shoulder. 1/2 inch for sewing allowance at the shoulder. Then I'll connect the line. Now I will measure my full length of the jumpsuit. I'll measure the full length of the jumpsuit, then I'll start cutting out. As you can see, it's not straight at the down part. I just make it a very little slant so that it will be like A-line. It's not straight at the down part. So please, you can make it a straight one, or you can follow the one that I just did now. Whichever one that you like, you can go ahead and do it. Now, after you have done that, you start cutting out. So you can see how beautiful the jumpsuit is. So if you have been watching till this time, please give these videos a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and share, so that when I will drop another video, you will be notified. And again, please, when you did your own practical, please, make sure you submit. I would love to see you try this. Out. So make sure you practice what you have watched. Don't just watch and go away. Make sure you practice it. Then you can now chat me up with this number you are seeing in the screen. You now submit this is my WhatsApp number. You now submit your own. Please, I would love to see it. It will give me more confidence that you are learning from me, and I will appreciate it if you can do your own, practice what you have learned so far, then you submit it to my WhatsApp number, this number you are seeing on your screen. Thank you. So this is the seaway back that effect that I'm marking out now. The 1 inch I added at the side seam. Now this is the back block. So I have cut it out now. So as you can see, it's not straight again. So when I will fix my zipper, everything will now relax. When I will fix my zipper, everything will now relax. So in my next video, I'll be showing you how to sew it up together. I'll be showing you how to sew it up together. So I want to cut out the facing now. So watch out what I'm doing. Just watch out very closely. You will understand everything. It's not confusing. It's straight. It's very, very straight to the point. So I'm now cutting out the armhole for the front and trimming it out. Are you seeing how beautiful everything is sitting? Please make sure you practice, because you cannot just watch it alone and just move ahead. Make sure you practice what you have watched, and I will be waiting for you to submit your own practical. So now this is the facing that I'm cutting out. I'm cutting out the facing. We are done already. This is the end of this video. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next tutorial. Thank you very much. Bye bye.